Remedy Entertainment's new CEO, Jean-Charles Guadachon. This is Jean-Charles Guadachon, in case you're wondering. A guy who got previously hired to lead Web3 ventures into an online football management game. I'm sure Remedy's in good hands. It's gonna be great. Don't worry about it. Recently said that both Alan Wake, he's referring to Alan Wake 2, by the way, here, because we know how absolutely abysmally it underperformed in sales. It was a disaster. People didn't like the story, people didn't like the gameplay, people were freaking out. And it was complete garbage because Remedy seemingly kind of just does that nowadays. And as time has progressed, it's doing worse. But I'm sure Gene is gonna fix all of that with a little bit of Web3 venturing. I'm sure it's gonna be great, boys. And Control. Control is an interesting thing because this is the Control game, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember this. It doesn't look that horrific, but I'm pretty sure this was an absolute disaster, which is absolutely hilarious once again. In any case, he thought that Alan Wake 2 and Control deserved to sell more copies than they did. Now, the hilarious fact about this, at least in Alan Wake 2 situation, is, as someone, by the way, is literally commenting it, releases the game as a Fortnite launcher exclusive. Yes, that's right, Fortnite launcher, the one that everyone hates because it's shit. Then complains about the sales. I'm sure they will figure it out. Now, see, this is where this person is wrong because they're not figuring shit out, okay? They literally had Alan Wake, a great franchise, on their hands, and they completely busted with it by making it a diversity higher story, effectively. Not great, not great. But wait, it gets better. Thankfully, I'm not a Remedy fan, otherwise I would be kind of devastated, honestly. In an interview with the Game Business, Guadachok said, "It's a pity. I think Alan Wake should have sold more. Control should have sold more." I'm not sure, but I think Control is literally just this, which is kind of interesting. It had 9K concurrent peak players 6 years ago, which is not great. I'm not sure if this is it or is there anything else, because I mean, this is Control. And when I see it, look at this picture, I kind of remember people talking about this, but I wasn't a part of the conversation. But it's just from these pictures, I'm gonna say, honestly, Control looks kind of neat. Control looks kind of good, you know? You would just make a little bit more, sexually appealing main character. And, I mean, Control could have sold billions, I can tell you that already. It looks kind of neat. It looks kind of neat, but I don't know a lot about this. I think I have seen it, but if I have, it's completely memory blanked on me. Guadachok joined Remedy early this year. Well, of course, they needed some changes after Alan Wake 2 underperformed this hard. Earlier this year, after working on a major EA franchise like Battlefield and FIFA. Impressive. Indeed impressive, yes. We know how impressive that Web3 venturing must have been. He believes both games are high-quality titles with much more room to grow. Well, at least as a CEO, he understands he needs to lie. Remedy's main goal is to expand the Alan Wake and Control franchises before focusing on new projects. This does make sense because, well, if things are going bad, you can either make your franchise that used to be good again, which I doubt that they can because these people are activists. They destroyed Alan Wake 2. They made it depressingly fucking woke. And again, I feel that I have seen this before, and I feel that my opinions of this were not good. But I can't tell. I can't remember. In any case, a key part of that strategy is Studio 2025's partnership with Annapurna Interactive. Yes, boy. Remedy is beyond cooked. Remedy is making the fucking next mixtape. And by the way, it gets even worse because this is not actually a video about Remedy. This is a video about Annapurna Interactive and their future plans. Because let me tell you something, Sunshine. They have some fucked up future plans. As every multi-billionaire ever does for humanity. Because they obviously know best. Haha. They're completely not out of touch and insane, obviously. Anyway, if you don't know who Annapurna Interactive, why do I struggle so much with their stupid name? Is, well, you have clearly missed out on the grandeur and fakery, which was the mixtape release. The most astroturfed game in the history of gaming, honestly. And it was by Annapurna Interactive, which is wild, okay? They made one good game, which is called Stray. And after that, they have a bunch of fucking dog shit, piss water projects that are pretty much all just, you know, some kind of folk shenaniganry. And then Larry Ellison's daughter? I mean, I look at this and, yeah, there's issues, boys. Let me tell you right there. There's issues. I have no idea who the daughter... He has one daughter. He has one non-daughter. I'm not even sure which one is which at this point. These people are completely insane. This guy looks like a lizard person. It is what it is, boys. And then one of his they-them looking daughters, I'm assuming this is the daughter, said, Daddy, I want a Game of the Year award. And that's how we got Mixtape. Okay? That's how we got Mixtape. That's just so you understand how fucking dreadful Annapurna Interactive is. And then it gets worse, okay? This is the cream of the crop. This is what I am building up, okay? Foreshadowing. I'm not the best at it, but hey, I try. The partnership funds the next Control game, currently known as Control Resonant. While Annapurna gains rights to create movies, TV shows, and other adaptations based on Alan Wake and Control. Again, if you haven't seen me do the visualization, how little does this matter for the fucking Elliott family headed by Larry Elliott? They literally have 250. Their estimate to have 250 million in their bank accounts and accessible through liquidity and whatnot. And the reality is they are far above that because they are not new money, they're old money. And old money always has way more assets that no one knows. Fun fact, did you know the Rothschilds have a fucking YouTube channel? Yes. And on that channel, I don't know if it still exists, but on that channel, they actually showed a room in one of their fucking multiple mansions. And when I say mansions, I'm not talking about the Hollywood Hills fucking poor loser shit. I'm talking about literal European fucking old-time castle-style mansion. Okay? And some woman was from the Rothschilds was saying, "Oh, this is one of my favorite rooms in the castle." Here we have the drawer where George Washington was signing the Declaration of Independence. Like, bro, there's literally 10 billion inside just that room, and it's unaccounted for. And these guys are literally the same. They don't give a shit to spend 100 million to push some kind of thing that they think is good. For them, it's literally just, oh, take Marie Antoinette's fucking used tampon and sell it on an auction for 500 million. That's what money for these guys is. If you could literally just take any fucking probably item from one of their mansions, it would be more worth than all of your goddamn damn bloodline combined. That's the kind of money we're talking about here. These people don't care. And if you're thinking, isn't that strange that they want to make movies? Well, not really, because, fun fact, Mixtape, where is Mixtape? Mixtape has a movie planned. That's right, they have a movie planned for this because Mixtape, unironically, was supposed to be the next big cultural hit. The paid influencers, the gift bags, the goodie bags, the IGNs, the literal everything. Mixtape, they thought that they can buy their way to the next cultural phenomenon. Turns out they can't. Who would have expected? Lamau. But yeah, that's the thing. And Mixtape is planned to have a movie because, again, these people don't care. These people don't care. Literally, they could lose $1 billion on this and they would still not exactly be fucking care. That's what we're talking about here. Gaudechon explained that the deal aims to help the game reach bigger audience through different media. Our deal with Annapurna goes into making our games, our franchises shine further and reach the audiences that didn't an audience that doesn't exist today. They're literally admitting, kind of on a low-key way, that their audience doesn't exist, so they literally need to funnel money until they forcefully make one. Cross media is going to help us do that. Yes, yes. So expect great things like Alan Wake 3, the I don't know what think of a name. I'm done. I'm done. He said Remedy feels it has only explored parts of the creative potential of these franchises so far and wants to grow them. So they're not admitting mistakes done with vocifying their franchises. They're not admitting the fact that they literally did not care what the gamers wanted. And now they're saying, oh, we got more money from literal people who have more money than God, and they're gonna push it hard. And we're all up for it. So, yeah, this is gonna be great. Expect great things from Remedy in the future, boys. Anyway. Oh boy. Have a nice day. Bye.